Welcome back to the All About English podcast, where you learn to speak English confidently. I'm Grace.
And I'm James.
If you've ever sat there daydreaming about confidently speaking English but felt totally stuck, then hey, you're not alone.
Yeah, maybe you've imagined ordering coffee without hesitation, joining a conversation without second-guessing every word. But instead, you feel frozen. Like, where do I even start?
We get it. That stuck feeling is real. And today we're talking about how to break through it, one small, simple step at a time.
Because let's be honest, learning English doesn't have to be overwhelming. It doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to start.
Exactly. So whether you're practicing your first hello or working on full conversations, this episode is your reminder. You've got this, and we're here to help you every step of the way.
So grab a notebook, get comfy, and let's dive into real, honest ways to build your confidence, shift your mindset, and start making progress. One sentence at a time. Let's get started.
So, imagine this. There's this young woman sitting at her desk somewhere, tapping her pencil on a blank notebook. She wants to change her life, like completely flip it around.
But
she feels stuck, like really stuck. You know, kind of like that feeling when you want to start something new, but there's just too much in your head?
right, the endless list of what-ifs, like, what if I sound awkward? What if I fail? What if people, I don't know, laugh at me?
Exactly. She has this dream of learning English, of having these easy, flowing conversations with people from all over the world. But every time she thinks of starting, it's like, oh no, too scary, not today. Sound familiar?
It does. And I think so many people can relate to that. It's this mix of fear of failure and, let's be honest, just not knowing where to begin.
Yeah, because starting feels huge, right? Like this massive mountain to climb. But here's the thing.
You don't have to climb it all at once.
Exactly. Tiny steps. Like, what if she just practiced one sentence today? Just one. Pick something super simple like, how's it going?
And then build on that. I actually kind of went through this when I was learning Spanish. I didn't just decide to hold a full conversation overnight. I started with little things like saying gracias to the cashier at a store. You know, little victories.
And that works because it builds momentum. You succeed at that one thing, and suddenly it's like, hey, you can totally try something a little bigger next time.
It's so true. And with her, it's not just about learning the language, it's about proving to herself that she can do hard things, one small step at a time.
Right. You don't need to conquer everything. You just start. Simple as that. So after taking that first little step, what's the next challenge? It's usually that little voice in her head saying, you can't do it.
Oh yeah, the inner critic. We've all got one, right? That constant chatter like, why even bother? You're just going to mess it up anyway.
Exactly. And the thing is, she's probably not even aware of how much it's holding her back. It's like she wants so badly to have these conversations in English, but her brain's like, nope, sorry, not going to happen.
Right, and here's what's wild. That negative self-talk, it's not some universal truth. It's just, bad programming.
Yes. And the cool thing is, you can reprogram it. Like, imagine this. She's thinking, I'll never be good at English. What if instead she told herself, I'm learning every single day, and that's all I need to do?
It's such a simple shift, but it's powerful. Okay, want to role play this out?
Let's do it.
All right, say I'm the inner critic and you're here. Ready?
Ready. Hit me with those doubts.
Okay, you're never going to learn English. It's way too hard.
Nope. I'm learning day by day, and I'm already way further than I was yesterday.
But what if people correct you when you mess up?
Good. That's free feedback. It's how I improve.
Boom. That's how you rewrite the script. And trust me, the more you practice these affirmations, the more they start to feel real, you know?
Totally. And here's another tool for her. Journaling. She can write down those negative thoughts and then flip them into positives, like we just did.
I like that. Plus, it's double duty. She's reflecting on her feelings, but also practicing her English writing skills at the same time.
Exactly. She could even start small, maybe jotting down 3 positive things about her progress each day. Like, hey, today I learned how to say good morning, and I nailed the pronunciation.
It's all about consistency, right? Because when you're rewriting those thoughts daily, it starts to shift your mindset over time.
And that's where the magic happens. She starts believing, I can do this. And suddenly the world opens up in a whole new way. Now, once she starts flipping those thoughts, there's this other little trap we all fall into, right? I'll just start tomorrow. Or,
Next week. Next week will totally be better.
exactly. And then tomorrow becomes next week. Next week becomes next month. And, well, you're still stuck in the same spot.
I think the thing with procrastination is it feels kind of safe at first, you know? Like the idea of not starting means you can't fail.
Totally, because starting something new, especially something like learning English, can feel huge. It's like, where do you even begin?
But here's a little mindset shift. It doesn't have to be this enormous, scary thing. What if she just made it fun?
Right, like turning her English practice into something playful. I was reading about these language apps where you can basically gamify the experience, earn points, unlock levels, all of that fun stuff. Who doesn't love a good game?
And another idea? Let's talk community. What if, instead of trying to figure this out on her own, she found others who are also learning? Like online forums or local groups where she can practice together.
Oh, 100%. There's so much power in not doing it alone. Imagine, she logs into this group chat, posts something like, "Hey, what's the best way to say good luck in English?" And suddenly she's got 5 responses, plus a whole new group of people cheering her on.
And it's not just about the language, right? It's the support system. Knowing you've got people in your corner makes it that much easier to show up and practice every day.
Exactly. Plus, it keeps her accountable. Like, if she knows her practice partner or her group is expecting her to show up, that whole "I'll start later" thing kind of disappears.
So true. Okay, picture this. She starts small, joining a beginner-level group, maybe just listening in at first. Then she shares 1 or 2 lines in English. Everyone's supportive.
And next thing you know, she's leading the conversation.
Exactly, and think about how empowering that is. Not just learning English, but realizing she's capable of so much more than she gave herself credit for.
The ripple effects, right? She builds confidence in one area and suddenly it spills over into other parts of her life. It's amazing how that works.
Yeah, and it's proof that starting even small can lead to big changes down the line.
Speaking of starting small and those big changes, there's often one major thing holding us back: fear of failure. It's like this massive, invisible wall, right?
Yeah, and it's not even just about failing. It's the fear of even trying because you don't want to risk looking, I don't know, imperfect.
Exactly. And for her, it's like, what if I mess up while I'm speaking? What if someone laughs or corrects me? That paralyzing fear keeps her from even starting.
Totally. But the truth is, failure isn't the end. It's just data. It's feedback to help you improve. I mean, you can't learn something new without making a few mistakes along the way, right?
Right. I read this quote once, something like, "You don't lose, you either win or you learn." And that really stuck with me because honestly, those so-called mistakes are just part of the process.
And if you think about it, isn't it more embarrassing to keep putting it off forever? Like, imagine never trying and looking back later, wondering what could have been.
Oh, for sure. That what if regret is way worse than any temporary awkward moment. You know, for her, it's about reframing that fear. Like, instead of saying, "What if I fail?" she could start asking, "What if this actually works out?"
I love that. And small, manageable goals can really help with that shift. Say she tries ordering a coffee in English. Even if it's not perfect, imagine the confidence boost from just doing it.
Exactly. And you know what? She could even celebrate those little wins. Like, if her order's even 80% clear and she gets her coffee, boom, success.
It's all about redefining success, right? Not about perfection, but progress. And starting where you are, using what you've got.
Totally. And hey, another trick, she can focus on what's within her control. Like, instead of worrying about how someone else might react, she can just control what she says and how often she practices.
Yeah, because the more she practices, the less scary it feels. It's just like building a muscle over time. And before she knows it, those fear walls start to crumble.
And what's cool about that is, every time she pushes through the fear, even just a little, she proves to herself that she's capable of so much more than she thought.
And it's not even just about English anymore, it's about her realizing she's stronger than any fear she's facing.
Exactly. If she can take on this challenge, who's to say she can't tackle anything else? So, thinking about those little wins we just talked about and reframing fear, let's pull it all together into some practical steps she, and honestly all of us, can use starting today.
Totally, it's like everything we've talked about. Confidence, facing fears, shutting down that inner critic. It comes down to actually giving yourself permission to try.
Right. And not just try, but do it in the smallest, easiest way possible. So, step 1, speak to anyone who will listen. Doesn't have to be perfect, doesn't have to be long. Just one word, one sentence.
Exactly. Maybe it's something simple like hi or thank you. Low stakes, but every small success builds confidence. And you just keep building from there, one step at a time.
And here's the next thing. Listen. Let's be real. She could replay this podcast as many times as she needs. Hear the rhythm, soak in the words, maybe even practice repeating along with us.
Yeah, because repetition isn't just boring drill work. It's actually how your brain learns. By hearing phrases over and over, they start to stick naturally. No pressure, no rush.
And let's not forget, you've got this. Seriously, it's all about showing up day by day, one tiny step at a time, and letting yourself grow in ways you didn't think were possible.
Absolutely, progress over perfection, right? Every little effort counts. And when you look back weeks or months from now, you'll probably surprise yourself with how far you've come.
Because at the end of the day, like we've been saying, it's not about conquering the whole mountain at once. You just take the first step, then the second, and then suddenly you're building this incredible momentum.
And with that, you're not just learning English. You're proving to yourself that you can handle hard things, and that's a skill that applies to every part of life.
Exactly. So, to everyone listening out there, we believe in you. Just start with one word, one moment, and let it grow from there. You've got this.
And that's a wrap for today's episode. We hope this conversation gave you a little more courage to take your next step, no matter how small.
Remember, learning English isn't about being perfect. It's about showing up, trying again, and celebrating every little win along the way.
If you found this episode helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and click the bell so you never miss a new episode.
And we'd love to hear from you. Drop a comment below and let us know what topics you want us to cover next, or share your own learning journey with us.
Thanks again for tuning in to All About English, where we believe your voice matters in every language. Remember, be kind to yourself and to others. Your future is bright. See you next time.